Let's move on now to talk about the environment in terms of the rental portfolio space, community management, technology. Skulk van der Merwe, there you are. Talk to me about the tech, because tech is not the panacea, doesn't fix everything, but it is the great support, the background, that without which, I mean, the more I'm learning about this, the complexity of what you guys have to deal with, I don't see how you do it without tech. Show me some pretty pictures.
I'll get that to that in a very second. I just want to say to Daneo, I know that she's facing many questions. And Daneo, you're not the only one facing many questions, and but maybe hard questions. I think our client, the rental portfolio manager, it's a very fine art to be able to balance between keeping the investor and the tenant happy. So Daneo, you're not on your own. I promise you, most of our audience today, our delegates, is facing this on a daily basis. And I do know together we can make this a better place. So thank you, Daneo, for your input there. So Bruce, I want to park again on your quote. The one thing you do not do with your quote is give us a solution, or just the what the next step is. And I want to add maybe to your quote today, where you say you understand the present only if you understand the past. Understanding both allows you to shape the future. I think what's critical with this quote, or this this fact, is without a mindset of wanting to change or wanting to effect transformation, it's just a beautiful quote. And I think as business owners and also employees of businesses, it's our responsibility to make sure that we embrace this change, because without doing something different the way we do at the moment, expecting a different result, we will not get there. So the problems that I've heard from the previous conversations that we have to solve, we have to address the efficiencies in business. We have to help efficiencies to drive more profitable businesses. The next thing we have to solve is this thing called the value gap. Despite that it take a massive effort to deliver on the expectations of investors, it's nearly as if I want to say that traditional rental managers are superhumans, because they have to do it all. They have to find secure mandates, they have to list properties, they have to put them on different portals, viewings, application, credit checks, compliance, inspections, managing accounts, arrears, maintenance, and there's more. And they even at times psychologists as well. But at WeconnectU, we're on a mission to help our clients to communicate their value to their client, which is called the investor. And Johan alluded to it, where it's sometimes referred to as a landlord. Maybe that is the mistake we've made, to just dumb it down to landlords, actually investor with a need. So to be valued and more valuable, we have to put all our efforts into something where we communicate our value better. And we've heard this today, is the yield, the capital growth, and return on investment. And the last thing we've just heard, and thank you, Daneo, for just adding a bit more to our workload, and that is we have more regulations, which is unfortunately the unnecessary evil of business. But whether we like it or not, it is needed to professionalize the industry. And I've read a question earlier today to say, how can we get rid of these agents without FFCs? Without the PPA, we will not achieve that. So PPA, please help us to fast track the professionalization of this industry. So in a nutshell, we have to create efficiencies. We have to fill the value gap, and we have to address compliance. That is 3 problems we have to solve as an industry. Going into my next slide, have you ever tried to build a puzzle from multiple boxes? And the answer is not an easy answer, because I've looked at my children, it is not possible. Everything we do must fit together under one single consolidated roof. We cannot run this business with having divisions in silos and trying to operate independently. So if you're one of the people today in the audience that are trying to address this problem with multiple solutions that are not integrated, that don't work together, that are not planned and designed together, you potentially can do it, but the chance of you being profitable and growing your asset value is very slim. So ladies and gentlemen, our DNA, or shall I say our ecosystem at the core, is designed to work together. It's not the best communication and the best lease management module integrated with a fancy accounting system. It's a solution that is built for the industry, by the industry. And if we say by the industry, we were fortunate enough, or we had to go through the punishment for quite a long time to actually sit in the seat and experience all these frustrations. So what's very important is that all the functionality and features must be designed to work together in unison. And without integrated solution, it's impossible to create automation and the efficiencies that you do need to build a profitable business. We're in business to make profit. I think we all will agree on that. So the unfortunate side of this is the stakes is just too high. Our clients' expectation, wanting to pay less for more, is unfortunately a reality, and regulations does not leave any room for error. So no matter how hard you try, with the best motivational speeches, trying to get your team together, solutions that are not designed to work together can never deliver transparency, the collaborative capability, and management oversight that you need as a business owner. Attempting to deliver this wow service under the disorganized circumstances is not just exhausting, it's virtually impossible. We have to remind ourselves why we got into business in the first place. It was something we loved doing. Let's not forget that and try to rekindle that into the future. So the only way we can address this problem is if you have an integrated solution addressing the 5 core pillars of rental portfolio management. And that is the tenant application management, lease management, rental accounts management, inspections and maintenance, and then compliance management. This is the full value chain of rental portfolio management. And the good news is, under one single roof, working together in harmony, this is what we have available today. Looking at this, we have sort of now dealt with the internal efficiencies. So let's move on and talk about the value gap. We've moved from the title as rental administrator, and we introduced to the market, and it was just so pleasant to hear from the previous panel speakers, the concept of rental asset management. And we've now moved away from the administrator. It's not that we're no longer doing that work. We're still doing that, but we have the tool to now report on the expectations of our investor. So unfortunately, we still do all the administration, communication. We go through all the legal hoops that property managers have to go through. But we are now in a position to set us apart from our competitors and communicate and help our investors grow their portfolios. I've heard a comment earlier from the delegate to say some investors do not want to increase their portfolios. I completely buy that. But I think also if we train and equip and educate the market with how easy it is to leverage from your equity, purchasing more properties, I'm sure we can get the average from 1 to 2 properties per investor in the country. So that is the where you now becoming the consultant or the asset manager, where you equip and empower your client, you exceed expectations, and you create wow experiences. This is the missing link. And again, we're fortunate today we have this available on our platform. Now I want to go to the next topic, which is the not so pleasant one, but it is again can be seen as a great opportunity for differentiation. And that is, thank you, Daneo, compliance. You cannot measure what you can't manage. You can't manage what you can't measure. And that is true for compliance. We've just heard that there's more legislation being introduced, and we have to go through all of that. It does unfortunately add a lot of additional work to our team members. If you do not have a platform where you can report on this, again, you create inefficiencies which will have a direct impact on your profit. So it's no surprise that when we do get that call, or the rumors goes out that we will be doing, the PPA will be doing inspections, where do you start if you hear that you have to have the inspection? Which files are going to try and find to present to the inspector? We have created an environment where everything can be online, and your storeroom, the garage, or the second loo that you have in the office, all those boxes can be taken out because everything is online for you to report on. So we can say compliance checked. Given Etienne earlier, if he was a pilot, we can say we can take off now. We are ready to fly. So compliance, again, with WeconnectU, we can say that's covered. The next slide is, and we obviously approaching that time of the year, the audits. And from an audit perspective, with WeconnectU, when auditing your portfolio, everything happens online. Say goodbye to the auditors drinking coffee in your office and taking up another seat or two while you must obviously wait for their difficult questions to arrive. You now have the opportunity to give access to your auditor to log in, gain access to all the documentation with the source documentation linked, simple, centralized, and you hopefully enjoy your clean audit. My last slide for the day is to say that our theme for today are for those who are not in our solutions. Please engage with us so that we can solve your biggest challenges to become more compliant, more manageable, more scalable, and more profitable. And then to all our existing clients, whether you're on one or all of our solutions, if you've seen today that you're still not unlocking the value of all our solutions, please engage with us and let us help you to put you on the road to success through one of our customer success journeys, which is something that we believe in and one of our key themes for 2023. Let's engage. Thank you, Bruce. Over to you.
Doug, thank you very, very much indeed.